Hello, my name is Juliana Fenech, founder of Lignan Stories, a storytelling agency set up to support parents of 5 to 10-year-old children to use storytelling in their day-to-day life to create moments of deep connection with their children. Parents often come to my workshops or write to me to ask, how can I use stories? What story solutions do you have in order to help me convince my child to tidy up, to share with their siblings, to brush their teeth, to brush their hair, to eat healthy food? In other words, parents want practical story solutions, practical strategies to help deal with everyday challenges. And storytelling is useful for this because it works by association. Young children learn how to walk and talk by imitating the adults in the room. But as they grow older and they become more verbal in their way of expressing themselves, we tend to expect that they will understand what we are telling them without us having to break it down. Often when we instruct our children to do something, we explain the value of that thing by referring to consequences in the far-off future. You should share because people won't like you otherwise when you're a grown-up. And you should do your homework, otherwise you will not be able to have a job that you are passionate about. You should brush your teeth, otherwise when you are older they will fall off. The problem with this system is that the consequences are so far off that the children do not really associate with them, and so they ignore you. So what did I do with my twins, a boy and a girl, with the same values but very different characters, in order to make my life a little bit easier? I began from a very young age to tell them stories about all of the things that they had to do in a day. We created characters out of toothbrushes and teeth, and the process of brushing our teeth became the visit by one character to his friends for a party. When he refused to go, his friends were very upset, and my children were invited to think about solutions to this problem. Very quickly they realized that they could take the toothbrush to meet his friends, and they were happy to help in creating a happy ending. So when we explain things to children using stories, we bring the consequences from a far-off time in the future more down to the present moment. You need to explain responsibility to children using their language rather than your own. So checking what language I was using with my children was another thing that helped me immensely. I made sure to listen carefully to the words that they were using and to dig a little deeper to make sure that their understanding of the word was the same as my understanding of the word, because very often they would throw around words like I'm angry or I'm sad without really meaning the full meaning of the word. So I would be worried about my child being sad, but when I stopped to check, what they meant was that they were disappointed, for example. It might seem like a fine difference, but it is an important one. When we look beyond the language to the emotions that are being conveyed, we can choose an approach which is more efficient. It causes our children less distress and saves us parents a lot of time and energy. And the third system that I used with my children, which made a huge difference and still works today even though they are 14, is to have story spaces in my house. I cannot always be available to my children the second that they want me. They know that I need to work, I need to clean the house, I need to cook, I need time to myself to rest. Which means that I had to find a way to offer them reassurance, to show them that they are loved, that I'm always there for them, but sometimes I cannot give them the attention in that moment. So we set up a system of story jars all over our house where we leave notes to each other. We can tell the story of what happened to us during the day and how we feel, and then once a week, or even when we're stuck in traffic because we have a jar in the car too, we invite a person in the family to pull out one of the notes, read it, and we have a conversation about it. My children know that when they have something important to share with me, but I am working or resting, they can pop a note into the jar, and this gives them the reassurance of connection. even though it's not in that very moment. I feel this is a valuable lesson because as parents, I think we are a little bit shamed by the fact that we also want to take care of our work and our well-being. I refuse to buy into that shaming process. I'm there for my children and I love them 100%, but I also want to show them that in life sometimes we need to observe what is happening around us and take that into consideration before we take offense. So these three systems have helped me raise my children in a more serene and easygoing home, and I'm sure they can help you too. If you want more guidance on how to do this, then please subscribe to our newsletter at www.lignanstories.com/contact, and you will hear from me with more resources and opportunities to connect. I look forward to meeting you very, very soon. Bye for now.